Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to iTouch App Reviewers. In this video, I wanted to go over some ridiculous news stories that have been coming out over the past couple days. The first one is basically the only one I'm going to show you guys because I'm just going to lump the other ones basically into this one because they're the exact same thing. There's a lot of analysts and stuff trying to scare people to drop Apple stock and stuff. So this is one instance of it, I guess. So persistent software problems with iPhone 8 wireless charging and 3D sensor causing panic at Apple. Naturally, kind of a title that's going to scare a lot of investors and stuff. That's the whole point of it, is to mess with Apple's stock and everything. So it's really just a money play here, but there could be a little bit of truth to it. I think they're overblowing it. So they're saying that wireless charging might be delayed because they're not able to implement it, but it's like that had me thinking, well, how? I mean, there's so many other phones with inductive charging. They basically said it's just the software. It's not the hardware. So basically iOS 11 is not ready for it. So what they're thinking is, if you guys remember my last video about a week ago, I put up a video basically stating that the wireless charger dock for the iPhone 8 won't be shipping possibly until later, a couple months after the iPhone 8 release. And this could be indicative of that. So these two stories do kind of line up here. If they're not able to get the software right, they obviously don't want to sell or try to sell the wireless charger if it's not ready. So they'll hold off on it, maybe perfect that a little bit more. And then the other thing it says that they're struggling with is the Touch ID, which we already kind of knew that from last week yet again. And they are rumored, again, still to be doing that facial scanning system. But it sounds like there's kind of a rebound here. Fast Company source believes Apple could still be working to add it under the display. So I personally do think it's going to be under the display. I still think that, despite all the other rumors, I don't think Apple would disappoint us that much. I would hope not. So, I mean, if they got rid of it altogether, how would Apple Pay work? You know, what happens if you get detained by the police? Like right now, if you get pulled over and you just have a passcode, the cops can't force you to unlock your phone. They cannot force you to type in your passcode, at least in the US. But they can force you to put in your fingerprint because there's a bunch of laws about it, but basically it's biometric. So whatever, it's not something you know, it's something you have. So they say, okay, put in your fingerprint, and they can force you to do that in the United States. However, with facial scanning, I'm pretty sure that's the exact same thing as fingerprint. So, and the thing about the fingerprints is you could use the wrong fingerprint a few times to lock the phone out, or if you see the cops just power off your phone, it requires the passcode at startup. So that's a way to get around that if you're that paranoid. So if I'm ever going to get pulled over, of course I'm turning off my phone, my main phone at least. I'll use another one to record it. But anyways, for facial recognition, that's a different story here. So hopefully there's some mechanism that you can kind of trick it into not recognizing your face a few times, because a cop would just have to handcuff you and hold your phone up to your face and it would unlock. Like, that would be awful, because there's private shit in there. So you obviously don't want the cops to have that kind of power. So I personally, I'm not cool with the facial scanning. I think it's probably easy to dupe it, and obviously it's not something you want if you are getting into a lot of legal trouble, I guess. So that's just my personal rant on that, and a little bit of information for you guys in case you're doing something you shouldn't be. So like I said, I think they will put Touch ID under the display. I think it's really hard. I don't think they're panicking. Well, if they don't have it figured out by now, they might be. But I think that they're a little bit further along than these analysts are purporting. So I think personally that the iPhone 8 will have wireless charging. Honestly, I don't know if it'll be ready at launch. I would think it would be, because that would be so lame if it wasn't. And Touch ID, I'm still thinking it's going to be on there. I hope that they pull out and put it under the display. What do you guys think? Do you guys want it under the display? Do you care? Or would you rather facial scanning? I think it would be cool, but I would rather turn that feature off. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.